In this video, you will learn how to post an incoming payment in SAP S/4HANA using Fiori. First of all, we are here in the Fiori Launchpad and we need to create an outgoing invoice first. This is done via the application called Create Outgoing Invoice. So either you have it here on your home screen or you search for it via this button and just type in Create Outgoing Invoice like that. Click on this one. So now you can see we are forwarded here to the application to enter our customer invoice. Please be aware that if we click over here, and then on About, you can see we are talking about the application FB70, which is in the end a GUI transaction that was moved to Fiori. So you should be familiar with this screen. If not, then quite importantly is first of all choose the right company code over here, because otherwise you need to enter your data again if you missed it. And then we need to fill here our basic data. So our currency, then they are asking for the customer. So just insert your customer, the invoice date, the posting date where the data will be posted to in our finance. Hit on enter. You can see here the address data was now taken over. We could even navigate to the list of open items already, but for now this is fine. Normally we would also provide a reference, which is the invoice number written on the invoice, then an amount, let's say 2000. We can also choose a tax amount if necessary. For now, we will say non-taxable, and that's fine. Then here on those sections, of course, we could state some additional payment information like the payment terms, but those are here derived from the master data. And also the baseline date for the calculation of discounts is derived here from the payment terms. We could provide a payment method if necessary to state how this invoice should be paid, or even select here a payment block. If necessary, we could default already a house bank that should later on receive the payment, or even define here the partner bank type in case that there are multiple banks stored in our customer master data, or business partner to be precise. We have here our details section, where we have amongst others the GL account, which was derived from the master record. By the way, it's even possible to change this GL account here, even though it's now grayed out, but there is specific customizing to change this. I made a separate video about that. I will leave you the link in the description of this one, so make sure to check it out afterwards. The rest here is okay for now. We have of course our tax section, withholding tax and split amount. We go down here and provide our contra account. So in this case here we'll take a revenue account with the same amount. And if we now hit enter, then the system prompts us that our account requires an account assignment relevant to cost accounting. This is because we have a revenue or expense account. Those accounts always need an account assignment. So further here to the right, you can see we could insert a cost center, an order, and so on and so forth. For now, we will take a cost center and hit on enter. And that's fine. Now over here, we can check the invoice is green. There is no balance. So this means we can post the invoice. Therefore, we go here to the basic data and then we will hit on post. And you can see the document was posted in our company code. So now let's inspect this document. We'll just copy it for later. Click on exit here. And then we can go to the application called Manage Customer Line Items. This one over here, you can see a search section where we have our company code. The status is an open item that we want to see. It's a normal item, so we are not talking about any special kind of GL transaction. And then we will state here our customer and hit on go. And over here we can see now the journal entries. This is and you can see this journal entry is due. This is because of the payment term we set. Of course, we could navigate into this journal entry, and if we go to Manage Journal Entries New Version, we are forwarded here to our journal entry, and down here you can see we posted a debit to the Accounts Receivable account and a credit to our revenue account. Now we will post the incoming invoice, and this will clear here our Accounts Receivable item. You will see this in a second. So we go back again and then we go to payments, and over here we will now click on post incoming payments. You can also search for this application via this button as you've seen before. So we click on this one and now you can see here the application to post our customer payment. First of all, we will provide the right company code, then our posting date and the journal entry date. We could even specify here a value date. So this is the date on which a payment is recorded in a bank account for the interest calculation and liquidity management. Then we could insert here reference. Our period is derived automatically. The journal entry type, as well as the header text. We could even provide a profit center if necessary, and a clearing text. For now, this is fine. We move on to the bank data section. Here we will provide now a GL account. So a bank account. We will just take this one over here. You can see the house bank was derived automatically, but please be aware that you need to configure such a house bank beforehand. If you want to find out more about how to configure such a house bank, I will also leave you another video of mine about bank accounts in the description of this one. So make sure to check it out afterwards. We will provide an amount, let's say 2000 as well, and the translation date, but for now this is fine. And here in the Open Item section, we will now search for our customer, this one over here. Please take a look at this one. Over here you can see we can use this section to enter information such as the invoice number, journal entry number, or payment reference to help the system find the right items. So we could restrict not only by our customer, but we could also restrict here further by certain information that was posted with the invoice. For now this is fine. We can click here on propose items. Let's scroll further down. You can now see the system found 3 open items for our customer. Over here we can see the amount, also the journal entry. We could always navigate into this one, but for now this is fine. Let's minimize this a bit. Because over here, we can now select the journal entries that should be cleared. In our case, it's this one over here. So this is the invoice we just created beforehand via the application FP70. Now you can see it moved over here to the items to be cleared section. Let me actually expand this here. And you can see we have the open amount and we have also allocated 2000 in this case. Of course, we could also create partial payments if necessary. Then there is here the discount amount that we could also fill if necessary. Or we could even click on this button to provide the option for a residual payment. I will explain you more about those topics in a future video, so stay tuned. Please be aware that we could also post to a GL account if necessary. This would also be possible. Or we could even post an account. So for instance, from a customer to another customer or even supplier. Then we have here an attachment section where we could provide our attachments via this upload button or even add links. And here we can add free text notes if necessary. There are 2 more buttons, this one over here to propose items based on payment advice numbers, if that's applicable, or we can even create a dispute case from this screen. For now this is fine, you can see the balance is 0, so we could post. First of all we'll hit on simulate, and here you can see how this would look like. So that would be a debit to our bank account because we received the money, and on the other hand there's a credit to our accounts receivable domestic account. So to summarize, with the open item we created, so our invoice, we had our debit to the accounts receivable account and a credit to the revenue account of 2000. And with the incoming payment, we debit our bank account, so we received the money. And on the other hand, you can see over here that our receivable account is cleared via credit posting. So this is fine. We will click now on post. And you can see now the journal entry was created and also saved. Okay, this marks the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. If you like this content, then please subscribe to my channel and activate the bell. Also make sure to subscribe to my page where we have a community chat and where I post lots of informative blog posts about SAP. The link is in the bio of my channel. Thanks a lot and see you next time.